What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Another video. Today we're going to be discussing my favorite Pokemon from Generation 4. Alright, let's just hop right on into this. Starting off with number 1 is going to be the starter, Empoleon. Now with Gen 4, this is what really kind of started changing with me when it came to the starters. Up until this gen, I've been more or less a fire fanboy. The last 3 starters that I had in the videos have been the fire types. While I do like Infernape, in fact, Gen 4 is one of the few gens where I like all the starters. I remember getting the strategy guide and I remember seeing that he was going to be another firefighting, and I was just like, I kind of don't want to deal with that. I don't want to really deal with that. I mean, don't get me wrong, Infernape was amazing, especially in the anime when Ash got his from Paul. But the starter or my favorite starter from this one specifically is Empoleon. I'll be the first to admit, when it comes to Gen 4, like in general, specifically the Diamond, Platinum, Pearl games, they're probably the least amount. I've probably played them the least amount of times compared to the other Pokemon games. So this is all going based off of memories back when it first came out when I was in like 6th grade. My personal opinion, Gen 4, my favorite games is Heart Gold, specifically because that's the one that I played all the time. But yeah, I remember picking Empoleon because, he looks like he's like Napoleon Bonaparte. Basically, he's just a water steel type, which, if I'm correct, that was the first and only time that we've, I believe, first and only time I believe that for that typing, and that was a very unique typing, and especially compared to like Torterra, which is grass ground, which, hey, that's pretty cool. I don't know, it's just something about the water steel type that just like, wow, that's actually really cool. I just remember using him a lot in battles, and he's just it's good. It's just so unique because it's like he's dressed up like he almost got like the butler, like the vest on. He's got his crown, which that crown, that design, like his first crown, is actually really cool. I really enjoy that. Like I said, I think he's a really well designed Pokemon. And again, the same goes with all 3 starters. They're all very well designed. Infernape's based off of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King from Journey to the West. Torterra is, I'm pretty sure, based off of the World Turtle from, I think it's Native American mythology, and also the Stephen King books. Yeah. So that's just something that they got, and then you have Empoleon, who's based off of like Napoleon or something, and I just think that's kind of funny. And it's a penguin. I mean, you can't go wrong with penguin. Alright, next up we have Staraptor, the regional bird for Gen 4. Staraptor, in my opinion, is probably, let's see, I would say out of all the regional birds from the games, I would say in my opinion, he's my number 2 out of everyone else. The first one, we'll talk about him later on. Third, in my opinion, is Toucanon, but like I said, Staraptor was definitely a really good bird. Like, just the regional bird Pokemon is just like really good. He started off as Staravia. No, that's his middle. I can't even remember what his first stage is. But it was just the fact that I remember when I believe Gen 3 was when abilities were introduced, or was it Gen 4? Either way, he had a really unique ability, being Intimidate. And I always find that kind of hilarious, is just the fact that this bird is so intimidating that you're just like, the opponent's Pokemon just like get scared, like the little bitch that they are, especially when Staraptor would come in and just brave bird them. And we can't forget in the anime with electric armor with Pikachu's literally shocking Staraptor to make it to where he's immune to electric types. That's just the fact that he's got like that little emo the emo hair thing going, the hair flip going on. I was just like, I ain't mad at it. Be a little emo. Number 3 is Luxray. Luxray is honestly one of my favorite electric types. Just his design alone, the fact that he starts off as Shanks. No, Shanks is Shanks the middle. I think Shanks is the middle one. Honestly, a lot, like I said, Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum are the ones that I played the least amount, so I can't remember a lot of the Pokemon like I would with some other generations. So I don't remember it. I just know Shanks is one of them. But anyway, obviously, like the fact he starts off adorable as fuck, and then he turns into like this badass like electric. I'm guessing he's a lion. I'm gonna say he's a lion. The only thing that I wish that they changed about him was like, I think this has been done to death, is just make him have like electric dark, because he just gives off dark type Pokemon vibes. And I just remember the first time that I got him, it was just, oh shit, this is so cool. He looks so awesome. And it's just I remember him from what little I remember these games. I remember him being bit of a powerhouse with my team. I remember him coming in clutch a few times. I think I used him against Crash Awake a good bit, for obvious reasons. I just remember him just being able to fuck some shit up, especially because again, this goes back to like, well, not his. I'm pretty sure he learned this move, or I could be misremembering. Like I said, one of his moves that I would always give him. I don't care if it doesn't make sense competitively or if it's not viable. I would give him Thunderfang, because it just makes sense. It's like, why would I not give my electric lion or tiger or bear, oh my, a bite move that deals electric damage? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You can't fucking do it, I guarantee it. And it's just it was just something that he was just something that I'd always do. It's something that I do with a lot of Pokemon. It's like, if they have what I feel like is a signature move, they have it on them at all times. Don't care if it's a weak move. Would I use it all the time? No. But I'm not going to let them forget it, because that's just part of their design or their character, in my opinion, and was what I just always wanted. Try to do. Number 4, and of the next 3 that we're talking about, 2 of these Pokemon are probably what I consider a staple of the Gen 4 games, and the first one is going to be Lucario. It's Lucario. Like with Gardevoir in Gen 3, it's one of those things, I feel like it doesn't really have to be explained. He's a fighting steel type Pokemon. He's in Smash Brothers. He had a movie about himself. He was one of like the few non-legendary Pokemon to get a movie based off of him. He's voiced by Goku. I don't know if he's voiced by Sean Schemmel in the movie, but I know he voices him in Smash Brothers. I'm like, Aura Sphere, again, one of those moves that he always gets if I ever use one, because it makes sense. Why would I not give the guy why would I not give the Pokemon version of Goku, not counting Infernape, Aura Sphere? Shoot that Kamehameha out, motherfucker. Shoot that shit out. And then it's just like, again, this goes back to his design. That shit is clean. Like, it really is. It's so simple but effective. Like, he looks like a fighter, and then honestly, I think, and then he's got like his spikes on him, and that's something that I think that, you know, that's probably the one thing that connects him to being a steel type. Obviously, is just like the fact that he's got like steel spikes on his hand, and he starts off as Riolu, which again, one of those Pokemon I kind of like. I like the fact that you have to have a high friendship level with him, and you got to be in with the day, and you got to be like, I think past level 20 to make him evolve with high friendship during the day. And again, something like that is just I kind of like about the Pokemon now that I'm older and I get that. It's just the fact that, you know what, it makes sense why some Pokemon don't want to evolve unless they actually like you. It makes sense. I don't like that. Next up, with number 5, we have one of my this is one of my favorite Pokemon like of all time. I really love the line, and I like its other evolution, but something about this one I just really enjoy, and that Pokemon is Frostlast. Frostlast. That's just my dog. Hello. Ugh. This is my dog, Storm. Storm, say hello. Hi, everybody. She's my foul little baby. But anyway, like I said, this Pokemon is Frostlast. To get Frostlast, obviously you have to have a Snorunt, and it's got to be a female, and you have to use a Dawnstone. I remember not really using it all that much whenever the game first came out. I remember using her in later games whenever it was like, oh shit. And so while yes, I didn't really ever use her in the original Gen 4 games, I'm including her in this one because she comes from Gen 4. Goes back to her design. It's so unique, and just the way how it looks is like, it's almost like she's got, like, obviously it looks like she's got a skull over her. It's like she's wearing a skull over her mask or over her face, and then you have her ears that connect into her hands, or her hands connect to her ears. I'm not a. She doesn't look like Snow, because that's not what. Because there's literally a Snow Pokemon in Gen 5, but almost like a raindrop that's been frozen almost. That's what I would. The shape and everything, what it looks like. Again, I just when it comes to like battles and everything, it's been a minute since I've used her, but I just always remember loving the design of her, and every time whenever I see a Snorunt, I'm like, Snorunt, I'm like, oh, nope, it's a male. And don't get me wrong, Glalie, it's pretty cool. But I don't know, it's just something about Frostlast. I was just like, yes, absolutely. Just really, I just love her design and everything. And I have the ROM. This is just a little bit tangent. I have a ROM on my computer, and I'm planning on trying to stream soon-ish sometime. And I'm definitely gonna have the Platinum ROM on there, and I also got Heart Gold. I'm definitely gonna try and get Snorunt as soon as I'm able to, and try to get that Frostlast and actually use her in the game, like in Platinum, and just work with her, and then just try to fuck some shit up. Last but not least is, again, what is probably considered a staple of Gen 4 and beyond. Jump, you're absolutely correct. Again, like with Lucario and Gardevoir, there's not much I can say about Garchomp that's already been said. Design, amazing. Strong as hell. Typing, again, we're seeing Dragon. Dragon is one of my favorite types of all. Is my favorite type of all time. Not one, but my favorite type of all time. Dragon Ground. The one downside is that it's got that 4 times weakness to ice, but again, it's so fast that if you time it, if you give him like a, depending on, he's so fast and powerful. Like if you time it just right, or if you strategize well enough, you could probably get rid of that threat like that and not have to worry about anything. The strong, one of, if not the strongest champion in all of the Pokemon games, Cynthia. Like that's her main Pokemon. And honestly, now that I think about it, I wasn't until I never actually beat the Gen 4 games. I think I beat them one time, and that's because I used an action replay. Cynthia is just one of the hardest Pokemon trainers you ever fought. Like, especially with her Spirit Tomb. My God, that thing was, oh, it was so annoying. But just the fact that Garchomp for like the last 4 generations has still been going strong says a lot about him. Let's face it, with a lot of Pokemon, sometimes they only last maybe a generation or two before they just get shipped out. I see a lot of Garchomps, and it's just such a sturdy, powerful Pokemon that is just like, you're crazy if you don't use it. You're crazy if you don't use that Pokemon. And it's just, it does so well and everything. Like, you just can't go. That's the end of this video for the Gen 4 Diamond, Platinum, and Pearl. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. What are some of your favorite Pokemon from this game, from these sets of games from this generation? What do you think of my list? Let's just try to get this discussion rolling. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video.